Hi, my name is Albert Geigel and I'm the founder and principal of Tadar Services. I do practice valuations, benchmarking, practice improvement, restructuring, setting up of corporate structures, etc. So everything in the advisory space for the dental industry. One of the things that comes up most often from dentists is how a contracting dentist is engaged. Typically, a contracting dentist is engaged on 40% after labs, and that's the way the industry has done it for years and years. However, there's been a focus to go towards service and facility agreements, whereby the dentist still ends up with 40%, but the structure is slightly different. So I'm going to go through with an example so that you've got a very clear understanding of how the two methods work. With a normal method, net, if we've got $11,200 generated for the month, $1,200 in labs, the labs come off, we're left with $10,000. The dentist will get 40%, $4,000, and they would be issuing an invoice to the dental surgery saying, please pay me my 40%. The dentist will have an ABN, Australian Business Number, generally registered for GST. So from one ABN to the surgery's ABN, the tax invoice will mean that we need to charge GST. So the dentist will charge $4,400 to the dental surgery. Dental surgery pays, dentist has got $4,400 in their bank account, and now when it comes time to lodge their BAS, they will need to pay the tax office the $400 in GST that they collected, leaving them back with their net $4,000. And I'm sure everybody understands that method. Under a service and facility agreement, or what we used to call gross-up method, the situation is different. The dentist is not charging the dental surgery. The surgery is not paying the dentist. The surgery is charging the dentist a service fee for them to rent the chair to almost run their own mini business, if that's the right way to put it. So under those circumstances, $11,200 is generated by the dentist. That money belongs to the dentist. That $11,200 should be paid to the contracting dentist so that they've got $11,200 in their bank account. The dentist will then need to reimburse the surgery for the lab fees. So they will pay $1,200 to the surgery, leaving them with $10,000. The surgery then issues an invoice for $6,000. And because the surgery is registered for GST, the surgery will be charging GST on that invoice. So now the dentist will pay the surgery $6,600. When I take that away from the dentist's bank account, they have $3,400 left. When the dentist does their business activity statement, because they've paid GST to the surgery, they will get $600 refunded from the tax office when they lodge their BAS. So they end up with the $4,000. So under both methods, both the surgery and the contracting dentist end up with the same dollars, but the reporting on the business activity statement is different. I've heard this explained along the lines of they're withholding GST. No, they're not. The whole reason that there's confusion on this side is because the dentist never gets their $11,200. What happens is some paperwork comes back and all they see is $3,400 coming to them in their bank account. We've skipped all the steps. So the surgery says, instead of us giving you $11,200 and you giving us back the $6,600 and everything else, we'll just pay a net amount. But this makes it really difficult for both the surgery's bookkeeper to record this correctly, because the bookkeeper has got a $3,400 payment that actually needs to show in the surgery's books as a $6,600 receipt. And on your side, as a contracting dentist, you've got a bank statement that shows $3,400 received, but you need to show it as GST income of $11,200, less a tax deduction for $1,200, less a further deduction for the service fee of $6,600 to get to that. So you can understand why there's confusion. What I strongly suggest is, if you don't believe that your business activity statements are being done correctly, give me a call. I'm more than happy to do a free review. I'm more than happy to do a free consultation to make sure you've got this absolutely correct, particularly if your surgery that you're working at changes from this to this halfway through the year. Worse still, halfway through a BAS reporting period, through the quarter. They change on the 14th of February. So how are you going to get those calculations correct? So if you're not seeing a specialist dental accountant, or you have some concerns, this is absolutely a no-brainer. Free to give me a call. All the details are on the bottom of the video. So get in touch. Bye now.